All right, so today's 9/11, and this is the time that we all take the time to reflect as Americans. I'm gonna take this time to reflect on some things and ask a question. Where were you on 9/11, and where are you at now? I'm C. Griggs the Road, and this is my YouTube channel. I'm a lifestyle entrepreneur as well as a social media marketing and advertising consultant. I'm the CEO of People's Innovative Business Solutions, and we specialize in minority startups, helping them get their social media established and get their advertising off the ground. But today is not about that. Today is about remembering what happened with 9/11 and where you were at personally. I remember that day quite vividly. It was 8:59 Central Time when the first plane hit the towers, and I was at a friend of mine, Tiffany's living room, watching as the first tower fell, and I just remember how crazy and how unreal that day was. And it's a very dark moment for us as Americans, and it's led me to think about where we are now 17 years later. I look at where I was at back then, and I was just out of high school. I was misguided, I was arrogant, I was headed for a pretty tragic life-changing event myself. About a year later, I ended up getting arrested and ended up having to do time for a mistake that I made as a young adolescent. But in that time, just like with us as humans, we face adversity, and there's one or two things that you can do. You can either sit and take it, or you can get back up and you can fight back. And during that time, I used that time to reflect and decided I'm going to fight back. So instead of getting into fights and things of that nature and being mad at the system, I chose to use that time to try and get myself into college and look to try and figure out what I want to do as far as a businessman, because I do always want to own my own business. It took a while though, and it does. I mean, rebuild's gonna take some time. You gotta recreate what's been destroyed. And one thing I've always learned is it takes no time to destroy something, but exponentially more time to create. And so in recreating myself and rebranding myself, I'm now 17 years removed from that and still working on that. But one thing about that part of my life that I learned was this one valuable phrase that I got, that too many times we make a permanent decision over a temporary situation and we cause ourselves a lifetime of trouble. So where I'm at now is trying to rebuild on those lessons that I learned to make sure that I, and by proxy, that those who are watching these videos don't go back down those same paths, and find what it is that makes them tick and makes you, want to be whatever it is that you want to be and be the best you that you can be. I'm C. Griggs the Road, and I'd like to hear from you guys. Please like, subscribe, leave me some comments. I want to hear where you were at this time and what you were going through. Where you were at then, where you're at now, and if you have any ideas for any new videos coming up, then let me know in the comments as well. Until next time, I'll at you.